In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can clone yourself or someone else to produce unlimited ads and short form content entirely using AI. Now, there is a possible manual input, which would be your voice, but if you are happy to use a voiceover, then you can leverage AI for 100% of the process. So before I show you how we go about this, I'm going to present you now an example, a very short example, just so you can see how it looks. So you see, it is pretty decent. For the speed, we're going to be able to produce this, and the actual reference image there is a real image of myself that I took when I was in Amalfi Coast, and nothing changed about the image. It quite looks like me. My teeth look a little bit different. The hand gestures are a bit strange. The voice is mine, because in that case, I manually voiced over. I didn't clone my voice or anything. Now you can go one step further and clone your voice, but for me, I find that it's really hard to clone my voice and my accent. So I prefer doing the voiceovers myself. Now in this video, I'm going to do an over-the-shoulder demo, and we're going to be using 3 tools to do that. We're going to be using ElevenLabs, we're going to be using ChatGPT, and we're going to be using a tool called Infinite Talk. And this is where all the magic really takes place. ElevenLabs is where we're going to produce our voiceover. ChatGPT is where we're going to produce the script. And Infinite Talk is where we will create the video. So to save us time, I got started in ChatGPT. And so I just picked a random example that, let's say we build funnels for dental clinics to convert more visitors into actual booked appointments. I didn't give it any details about the actual service, who we are, anything. And I just want to create a short 15-second video just so I can demonstrate this process. You can actually use this process to produce 90-second videos, 120-second videos, and you don't really want to go much longer than that in short form anyways, especially with AI, because after some time, you'll be able to tell that this is AI. However, if you do use multiple scenes, you use multiple clips, you layer them in, and you use B-roll footage, stock footage, alongside maybe some animation, you have captions, you can really make it look quite realistic. In any case, that's not the idea here. Is not to convince people that what they're watching is real, but when we do produce AI content, we do aim for it to be as realistic as possible. Because the more AI it is, the more fake it looks, the lower the engagement will be, and people will be commenting and saying, oh, this is fake, oh, this looks stupid, it sounds stupid, right? We don't want that. So let's start off with the scripting. And so I came in here and I didn't give it any ad copy frameworks and no scripting frameworks. It's just a 15-second video, so we don't need to go into much detail. And so I'm going to take this and see dental clinics don't have a traffic problem, they have a conversion problem. People visit your site and leave without booking. We built funnel that 10 visitors into booked appointments, more bookings without more ad spend, book a call. And it sounds a bit strange. For the 15-second example, I think it will do the trick. So we'll come in here in ElevenLabs. Now ElevenLabs is a paid tool. There are free text-to-speech tools out there, just none of them are as good as ElevenLabs. So we'll come to text-to-speech and we can put the script in here. And we can pick a voice. Liam. Oh yeah, it sounds pretty cool. So we will generate speech. And by the way, I don't play with this tool that I am not an AI expert by any means. I'm always just looking for ways to speed up my workflows. We have to produce a lot of creatives. We have to produce a lot of content in our businesses. And I'm like, how can we do this stuff faster? And so I'm always just looking into these AI tools to find ways to go about doing it faster. But with the process I'm showing you today, it's very simple. All you need is an image. Now we're going to do this process entirely with AI. And so when I started this video, I didn't consider we will be using one more tool, and that is Nano Banana. More than likely we'll be using Nano Banana to generate a picture of somebody. Okay, because we're going to be layering this voice over someone else's picture, not my own picture. So let me just hit sell. Okay, sounds great. This says, oh, containing is talking video. That will be very strange. So let's not do that. Now, let me see. Liam is a young adult with energy and warmth. Okay. I'm going to say to ChatGPT now, give me a prompt to create a picture of a dude called Liam, a social media creator with warmth and energy, American dude, and it needs to look very natural and realistic with him looking at the camera as if he is shooting a video. So I'm going to give you this context to give me a prompt. I'm only getting the prompt from here. I don't want to use the GPT image generation model. It is pretty decent, but I do suspect I'll get a better job with the Nano Banana. So to use Nano Banana, I'm going to use Higgsfield.ai to do this. And we'll go into Higgsfield. You can also just go straight to Gemini and use Nano Banana through there. If you're using the free plan over there, you will have to remove the watermark from the bottom right corner. In my case, because I'm using a paid plan with Higgsfield, so I won't need to do that. So we go inside here and we will just put the prompt. And I also want it to be 9:16 because I want the video ad to be formatted for the mobile. Okay, I'm going to run this prompt. I'm going to get this image generated. Let's see how it comes. We have two images here. I had two generated. One's like this, Nano Banana, and then this was like another Higgsfield model where it produces these cinematic studio images. This does look pretty good. Actually does look pretty realistic as well. He's got the freckles and stuff on his face. I think I quite like that one. This one looks a bit weird, him holding his phone. He's got a hood on. I don't quite like it. And I want to speed up this demonstration. So I'm going to download this image over here. Now I've got my image and I've got my voiceover. All I need to do next is go to Infinite Talk. So I'm going to go to Infinite Talk and I'm going to select image to video. Over here, I'm going to upload the image number 1. And then number 2, I'm going to upload the audio. And I've now got both of them. And you can choose resolution. I would recommend 720p, but just because it's a demo and I'm not going to use it, I don't want to waste my credits. So I'm just going to say, shooting an ad must be positive and high energy, no unnatural hand movements. Alright, I think that'll be it. I'm going to click generate video. And so let's see how this goes. And then the next step, once you actually have your video, is just taking it into a tool like CapCut or Captions. Captions is even cooler because Captions has AI edit features where you just feed it the video, it'll add the captions, it'll add animations, and it makes the video look pretty awesome. With CapCut, it's a bit longer, you have to do things a bit more manually, but CapCut can also be pretty good. It just comes down to what you're comfortable using. I'm not really a video editor myself. When I start producing 1 minute, 9-second videos using this process, I'll be using editors to actually edit those videos and layer in animation, layer in B-roll footage of myself, and just create some epic video ads. But it saves me from actually having to set up the camera and shoot the video myself, and that's it. The thing that takes up most of my time is I overthink them most, and then most days I won't have the energy to shoot those videos. And so it's much better for me to just take images of mine when I was in good energy or have good backgrounds or good environments and turn those into video ads. Because if I'm shooting at home from the office, I'll always just be sat in the same place, and so after some time, even that gets boring. Shooting video ads from the same place and to set up new settings every single time, it's just so much effort, takes so much time. So for me, this is like a groundbreaking approach to creating video content. And the plan like I've got here, it gives you 800 credits for $50. And as you can see, a 16-second clip, 720p would have cost me 32 credits. Now, if we do the maths on that, actually, if we have a 60-second clip, it'll cost 2 credits a second. It'll cost 120 credits. And so 800 divided by 120. So like for $50, I can have 6 videos made, maybe 6.5 videos, because I'll get 6 1-minute ones and then I can get 1 30-second one. And to pay $50 for that is really not a bad gig for me at all, because I find that my time is definitely worth more than that. For me to sit down for an hour, get the right clothes, get the right lighting, set up the camera, shoot the video, be in the right energy, it's going to take me way more than an hour to do that. So I'd much rather just pay $50 here and get it done with AI, provided that the process is good. And in this case, because I can voice over myself, upload my manual voiceover and it'll lip sync for me, I think that process is much better. Now I see that the video has been generated over here. I'm going to preview it. Now, I think that looks pretty amazing. What I should have actually done in the image generation is to have ensured that there was nobody in the back, because it does look weird that the people sat in the back are not moving at all. That kind of look a teeny bit strange. I think it would have been a bit cooler if he just sat in his room or in just an empty space and he's shooting that video. Maybe there's still things in the background, that would be just fine. But to have like people there and they're not moving at all, doesn't even look like they're breathing, they're just still, hey, that kind of look a teeny bit weird. Still, I can take this, put captions on it, put some B-roll with it, and the video will look epic. So that's it. Like in under 10 minutes, you can, and especially if you don't want to shoot it yourself, you don't want to voiceover yourself, in under 10 minutes, you can script, you can generate an image, you can generate a voiceover, you can create this video. And in this case, like a 16-second video ad had just cost us 16 credits. And if you pay $50 and you were to just produce 15-second ads, like you're going to be able to get 50 plus of those. Now you can take this process, you can use it for your own business. You can use it to sell content to other people. And recently we closed a job where we sold somebody 50 reels a month for 2 months. So 30 reels, social media reels, no more than a minute long. There'll be 1 minute or less. And we sold that package for $3,000. And if we shoot 1 minute was, it's going to cost us 120 credits each time. And 120 credits, we need 50 videos. We need 6,000 credits. If we take 6,000, we divide it by 800. It equals 7.5. We times that by $50. It's going to cost us $375 plus editing, etc. It'll probably cost us more like $500 total to produce all of that content. And we're going to make $3,000. We've already made the $3,000 from the deal. So we're going to have $2,500 net profit. That's pretty amazing. So hope this process serves you well. Hope it comes in good use, and use it carefully, use it ethically. And like I always say, with AI, the goal is not to confuse people or convince them that this is human, but our goal is to produce content as realistic as possible. And I believe with this process, it does look pretty fantastic. Like I said, you can take your own images and add them in here. You can take your own voice, and it's almost like you shot the video yourself. All right, so hopefully this serves you well. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you.